Shalini Yadav, your interview coach, and welcome back to our HR Generalist interview question and answer series. We have already covered question number 1 to 10 in my previous sessions, where we already discussed all essential HR interview questions along with the expert tips and sample answers. If you have not checked those out, I highly recommend doing so. Now, let's continue our journey with session 3, where we will discuss the next set of crucial HR journalist interview questions starting from question number 11 to 15, along with the sample answers and valuable interview tips to help you succeed. So, the question number 11 is: interviewer asks, what are your greatest strengths in an HR journalist interview to assess your self-awareness, job relevance, confidence, and value addition. They want to see if you understand your key strengths, how they align with the HR responsibilities like communications, conflict resolution, policy compliance, and how well you articulate them. A strong response demonstrates your ability to enhance employee engagement, streamline the HR processes, and effectively handle workplace challenges. To answer effectively, use these 4 tips. You have to focus on HR relevant strength. Like, first tip is interpersonal and communication skills. By excelling at building relationships and effectively communicating policies and expectations. Second, problem solving ability. You have to skill at resolving conflict and finding solutions that benefit both employees and the company. And the third tip is attention to detail and compliances. Ensure your HR policies and followed articulately, reducing risk and improving efficiency. And the tip number 4 is adaptability and multitasking. Juggle multiple HR functions like recruitment, payroll, employee engagement seamlessly. So you have to use these 4 tips before answering to this question. And the very important, the sample answer for this. So like this, you can pick this answer and ace in your interview. Now, the question number 12 is: interviewer asks what your biggest weakness in an HR journalist interview is to evaluate your self-awareness, honesty, and willingness to improve. They want to see if you can identify areas for growth, how you handle challenges, and whether you are actively working on self-improvement. Key traits for HR professionals managing people and policies. For this question, please keep in mind these 3 important tips before answering to this question. First, choose a genuine but workable weakness. Means you have to pick a weakness that isn't a deal breaker for HR. For example, I used to struggle with delegating tasks but have learned to trust my team more. Second tip, show effort to improve. Explain how you are actively working on it. For example, I now use task management tool to track and delegate more effectively. And the tip number 3 is keep it professional and positive. Avoid a personal weakness and end on a positive note, showing growth and adaptability. So these tips are really going to help you along before going for the interview. And the very important sample answer for this is, so you can pick this answer for this question. Now the question number 13 is: interviewer asks, describe your ideal work environment. What does it mean? In an HR journalist interview, the interviewer assesses whether your preferred workplace aligns with the company's culture, values, and the team dynamics. They want to see if you thrive in their work environment and how well you adapt to different workplace settings. the very important 3 tips you need to keep in mind before answering this question. First, align with the company's culture. Research the company's work environment and highlight aspects that match. For example, company's collaborative, fast-paced, or structured. Second tip, emphasize HR values. Mention elements like open communications, employee well-being, diversity, and supportive leadership style. This is very important. And the third tip is stay flexible and positive. Show adaptability by stating you can excel in your various environments, while expressing a preference for a workplace that value employee engagement and growth. And the very important, the sample answer for this is so like this you can answer to this question. This is very important. Please make a note. Now question number 14 is interviewer asks, describe a time when you had a challenging situation at work. In an HR Generalist interview question to assess your problem solving skills, conflict resolution abilities, and how you handle the pressure. They want to see how you approach difficult workplace situations, especially those related to employee relations, policy enforcement, and organizational challenges. For this answer, you need to keep these 3 tips in mind. First, you have to use the STAR method. This is very important. Structure your answer with situation, task, action, and result to clearly explain the challenges and how you handle it. Second, highlight your HR skills. You have to focus on key HR competencies like conflict resolution, communications, or compliances while discussing your role in solving the issue. And the third tip is show a positive outcome. End with what you learned and how your actions benefit to the employees or organization. Demonstrate growth and effectiveness. And the very important sample answer for this question is you have to use the STAR method. So like this you can pick this answer by using STAR method. Now come to the question number 15. Interviewer asks, what's your approach to diversity, equality, and inclusion in the workplace? In an HR Generalist interview to assess your understanding of DEI principle, commitment to fostering an inclusive workplace, and ability to implement effective policies. They want to see how you promote fairness, respect, and equal opportunity in the organization. For this, please keep these 3 tips in your mind before answering this question. First, show a strategic approach. Explain how you integrate DI into the HR processes like recruitment, training, and employee engagement. Second, provide a real-world example. Share specific actions you have taken, such as promoting unbiased hiring, implementing DEI training, or supporting employee resources groups. And the third tip is emphasize continuous effort. This means highlight your commitment to ongoing learning, staying updated on the best practices, and continuously involving workplace and inclusivity. And the sample answer for this question is by following the strategic responses and the expert tips shared in the session, you will be well prepared to tackle HR Generalist interview questions with confidence and authenticity. The key to acing your interview lies in preparations, understanding the company's value, and aligning your responses with the organization's need. Remember, showcasing your self-awareness, problem-solving skills, and commitment to fostering a positive and inclusive workplace will leave a lasting impression. In the next session, we will continue with question number 16 to 21, where we will dive into more valuable interview insights and tips. If you found this session helpful, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell to stay updated. Best of luck with your interview.